Hi, traders. This is Brad with the week ahead preview. All right, so let's just get straight into it. Now, it's going to be a pretty quiet week, obviously. We've got Christmas on Friday, and just having a look at the calendar, let me just drag that across, just getting our Forex factory. Now, the major economic numbers this week are few and far between. We're the final US GDP numbers on Wednesday, some Kiwi trade balance figures on Wednesday as well. I wouldn't think they're going to do too much, especially with that Japanese holiday. It's really not until Thursday you get the core retail sales out of Canada that things actually do look like they may move. So with the markets, a lot of traders will be on holidays, don't expect too much. We also have those US durable goods, but with the Fed doing their business last week, it's probably not even going to really impact that much at all. Okay, and the markets will obviously from here start to really thin out as the holiday season really kicks in. So coming down through Friday, obviously Christmas across the board, the Japanese market will still be open. Just remember that. If you do want to trade, you can trade dollar yen, that's for sure. But otherwise, there's not much in it. Now, let's have a look at the major currency pairs here. Now, just having a look after things have settled down after last week's moves. Aussie dollar back at 71.60, still trading in that big sideways range. Same for Kiwi for that matter as well. Dollar yen has really settled down. I think you'll find it basing and pretty much trading around 121.5, 122 from here. And euro also starting to make inroads to the top side, back up towards 109. The one currency still down there is sterling. Okay, it's had a massive sort of drop off. Bit of sideways trading now, and with no data coming out, we may even start to see a bit of a move back towards the top side. Dollar CAD is the one currency that continues to rise. Oil now at $35 a barrel. This is really getting really deeply entrenched, this pricing of the oil, and it is affecting the Canadian dollar for sure. So keep an eye on this. This is probably one of the best trend lines that you can see in the market at the moment, dollar CAD, but obviously a little bit trickier to trade with that oil prices moving all over the place. Just coming through the major currencies once again, there's not a lot going on here with the Aussie dollar. There is, if anything, a little bit of support down here around 71 the figure, and resistance around 72.50. Okay, coming down to Kiwi, support at 66.83. And resistance at 68.27. All right, now this is where dollar yen is a little bit thinner. Looking at support at 120.57 and resistance way up here at 123.56. Okay, that's a little bit of a shaker. Now yen crosses, they're all a little bit beaten up. Aussie yen on the way down. Looks like Kiwi yen's going up. Euro yen after a massive sort of big sell-off, looking to sell back towards 132.40, the top of that cloud there. And sterling yen also, it's well got hammered last week as well with that dollar yen move, as did CAD yen for that matter as well. So not a real lot to be going off, to be honest. If anything, Aussie yen and Kiwi yen look like the two preferred currency pairs. Okay, now let's just move across here into euro. Now, we've got resistance here at the moment at 109.16. And on the downside, we've got support at 108.26. Okay, that's, it's been a bit of a tough currency to trade of late, so just hang loose on that one. Euro crosses, well, we've just sort of been waiting to see how they come back. Being pulled from one pillar to the post with the Fed and also the ECB, they have been rather tricky of late. So I'm sort of going to give them a bit of a wide berth. You're coming over here to sterling. Okay, it has stabilised down here around 148.62. Okay, if anything, still looking to sell and rallies back towards 150.80. All right, and then just having a quick look through the Swissy. Okay, resistance at 99.47 and support coming in down here at 98.31. And dollar CAD, as I mentioned, it's got a really nice, gorgeous looking trend line here, but it is a bit harder to trade. This might be worth a break trade on this. 138.65 is the level on the downside. What we do need is to see oil move higher. Right? Oil can move higher significantly, back above $40. Then dollar CAD will move through that trend line. there could be a good opportunity. Now, just having a quick look at the indices, I think this is pretty important. I think the Dow has already broken down here. Now, this is going back to August 2015. It's broken down here, so I think we might start to see some further weakness across the board. The S&P 500 hasn't yet quite broken down there. And if I just get my mouse on there, you can see that support comes in around 2003.85, 2003 and 85. So that's where it might be a good entry there on the S&P 500 if you're looking at that opportunity there. And last but not least, let's just have a quick look at the some of these metals and commodities. Okay, the we've got copper, oil, everything's just pretty much on its doldrums, and that's all we've got. All right, so that's pretty much where we are. There's not no major news out to be conscious of. As I mentioned, there's not a lot of data here to go through, so just yeah, probably just keep an eye on that CAD data. This is probably the key release for the week, and other than that, you want to have a pretty good Christmas. All right, guys, that's the end for us. I'll be doing some periodic updates as we go, but until then, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you later on. Cheerio.